Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's getting warmer, so I want to show you how I do my very glowy, dewy makeup routine. It's really just my everyday makeup routine, but I think it's perfect for the summer. So I want to show you how I do it. So I do have quite a lot of skincare products in here, but they are not all necessary, but skincare is very important here because we want to be as glowy, dewy, and hydrated as possible and protected. We want to have sunscreen. I do have pretty dry skin, so I don't use a cleanser in the morning. I just wash it with water. So I go straight in with my vitamin C, which is from Milano. I got it when I was in Japan. It is oil-based, so it's a little bit different than any other vitamin C product. I did get used to it, and I just still love how it keeps my skin. After that, I'm gonna go in with my holy grail skincare product, Miss Hailey Bieber. This is the best thing you have ever put out in this world. As a dry skin girly, this is genuinely the best thing that I've ever put on my skin, and it's only an essence, so it just does so well with the rest of my skincare. I don't remember my skincare without this. I started using it a year ago. I love it so much. This is actually my second bottle. Genuinely the best thing. If I had to recommend one thing in my skincare routine, it's that. Hydrates your skin, it makes you so glowy, and it's just so nice. And then of course, always bring it down to your neck. Never want to waste any product. I recently started using this serum and I actually really like it. It's the Merit Gray Skin Instant Glow Serum. But I will warn you to cup your hand when you do put it on. Growing up, I had pretty clear skin, and then I started getting cystic acne, but it was only really hormonal, and I would just get like one zit that was really bad every few months, but like really bad. Like I would have a purple zit on my chin, and I think I started getting them as early as like 4th grade. I think my first ever zit was 2nd grade, but in high school it was really bad because I would pick it if it was not gone. If I did not, I don't even want to go into detail because it just had to be gone. It had to be flat. So it was really bad with my skin. I don't know how I don't have a million thousand scars because I was so horrible with my skin. And then they had to start mowing the lawn as soon as they start filming. You title this video, get ready with me and do my very glowy makeup routine featuring my neighbors and their lawnmowers. So continuing, I'm gonna go in with this moisturizer. This is such a hydrating moisturizer. It's the Pharmacy Honey Halo. This one's actually the jumbo size. They have a smaller one, but a little goes a long way, especially because I did so much to my skin already and I hydrated it a lot. The best part is I think this cap has a magnetic component to it, so you will never lose your spatula. I think around 2020, I started trying a lot of new products, and I started developing really bad acne and comedones. And again, I pick my skin so badly. They would just keep coming, so more would come and I would just keep picking it. It went from my forehead to my cheeks, and I never had cheek acne, so it was like the end of the world for me. I started getting curtain bangs, so I was like, I can hide it a little bit. As soon as it hit my cheek, I was so upset. I didn't know what to do anymore. I tried acids and then I broke my skin barrier. I think I never knew exactly what my skin type was growing up because I grew up in Miami and it's very humid here. I wouldn't want to use moisturizer because I felt like the air was just sticking into my skin. I would try to avoid it and then my skin would still get really oily, and it was because I wasn't hydrating my skin. So the sunscreen I just used, probably I think my 3rd tube already. I practically hated filming myself because I was just hiding my skin all the time, and one beautiful random day Curology sent me an email and they were like, do you want to try our products? And I was like, oh my god, yeah, because at the time Emma Chamberlain was promoting Curology, so I was like, of course I want to try Curology. It completely, I'm not even kidding, this is not sponsored at all, this is just me being completely genuine, changed my skin. I still use it 4 years later, 3 years later, and I pay for it too. They don't send me anything either. I still use the same formula that I was prescribed 4 years ago because it just has been doing well for my skin. Aside from that, I already started doing my makeup, but I'm using the Tarte 28 concealer in MDR. And this Hourglass brush, best thing ever. I was always a beauty blender girl. This has genuinely changed the game. And I like to color match my concealer because I have pretty dark under eyes. It depends the day, I think, too. I like to have my concealer my exact skin tone. Then if I feel like I need some brightening, I will use this one because this isn't really my skin tone now. I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit because it looks a little dark on my face today. I'm gonna put it in my inner corners, the tip of my nose, and let's just throw in my chin. Next, I'm going to go in with a cool toned contour stick. This one's from Milk Makeup in Stoked. I used to always use a very warm toned bronzer, but I'm really loving to contour recently. Put it around my nose, my jaw, and on my cheekbones. I'm using the Merit contour brush. I'm not sure. I've learned that I have to put makeup in places where will suit my face type and not other face types, because I would always contour or bronze in a way that would suit like a smaller face shape, but not mine. I feel like I've always just tried to make my face look different to how it does. As for the nose contour, I kind of just have become lazy. Put in the places and use the same brush. Some days I'll want to bronze a little bit more, but I think today I'm just gonna stick to the contour. I've become the biggest blush girl, so I actually have 3 favorites. I have the Bennett tint that I use on my lips and on my cheeks. This one's also for lip and cheek, but I only use it for my cheeks. And then this Patrick Ta one. I'm loving the cream product recently. This one's a little bit too Barbie pink for my skin tone, I think. I think I'm gonna go in with She's a Doll today, and then maybe a little bit of Bennett tint. We can go in with this. I love to put it in like the outer corners of my lip, and then I put it on my cheek, my nose, and my lips. Usually I use my fingers, but recently I've started to use a brush because I'm really tired of using my fingers for my makeup because they stay stained the entire day. But this one, I like to put it here on my cheeks, on my nose. For the Patrick Ta, I think it's better to use it with a beauty sponge. I've just been using my brush and it's been working fine. So I get a little bit. I just kind of do this U motion, and I like to bring it up to my brow bone. I'm gonna stop here with the blush because sometimes I get a little bit out of hand. Last cream step, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand in, I think, Champagne. For highlight, I like to put it on my nose, between my eyebrows. I like to put it directly on my cheek. For highlight, I do use my fingers because I think this specific product isn't the best to use brushes with. Maybe putting the product in the back of my hand might be better. Now we have to set everything because we used all of our cream products. I have the little mini Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? I actually don't know, but it is their powder, and I use it in medium. Press the product into this little tiny sponge. I only put in places that I want to set, so I put it under my eyes, around my nose, just a little bit around my mouth, and on my chin. If I set everywhere else, I'm gonna lose the whole sheen that I put into my skin. I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. I haven't done them, so they're a little bit messy right now. I like my eyebrows to look like a fake messy, so first I brush them downwards, and then I try to fill them in this way, because when you brush them back up, you can't see the lines. And then I extend the tail by a little bit, brush them back up, and if they're filled enough, I just keep them this way, but if not, I go in very lightly and fill in the other spaces. Going in with the Glossy Boy Brow, using it in transparent. I brush them all up, but then I kind of like smooth out the tail a little bit just so I can make it a little bit flatter. For the daytime, I haven't been really using any eyeshadow, so I won't be using eyeshadow today, but any leftover setting powder. I'm gonna go in with this Clio mascara. This has been my favorite recently. Also waterproof. If you get their remover, it's just so easy to take off. I don't know how to explain my mascara method, but you really just like blink as soon as you wiggle it. I feel like it makes my eyelashes look so much longer. The only thing that sucks about using waterproof mascara is that if you get it on your eyelids, it's a nightmare. For some reason, I'm not the biggest fan of using waterproof mascara on my lower eyelashes. I don't know why. I only really put a little bit on the outer lashes. This palette has been my favorite recently, so I'm gonna use a little bit of the blush. I actually like to mix these two. Just put it there, and then a little bit here. Use a little essence eyeliner. I'm just gonna put little random freckles on. I like to put them around my nose, like so. I make it a little bit messy and then I can just press it in, which is why it's important you get a creamy product. I don't really use liquid eyeliners for my freckles because I feel like you can't blend them as much, and I don't want my freckles to look too harsh. I want them to look like they're like underneath the makeup, if that makes sense. And for some reason I only get freckles like in my cheekbones, so I'm not gonna re-add them because I'm sure you can see them. Let's just throw in a little baby wing in here for dimension. Sometimes I just always last minute decide I want eyeliner. If you struggle with eyeliner, literally just do a little bit in the corner like that where it's not a line, and then you just like kind of swipe it and it'll do a little line for you. For lips, it's a new thing every single day, but I think I'm gonna use a little bit of this Hourglass and Slip. We're done, and that is my little summer glowy makeup routine, and my camera's dying, so right on time. Here's the finished makeup look. I feel like it's so natural but also perfect for the daytime, the nighttime. I've been doing this every time I go out. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time.